Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're discussing 9 signs that might help you realize if you're aromantic. If you're wondering if you're on the aromantic spectrum or not, this video is here to help you explore that. Now, you might not identify with all 9, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not aromantic either. Aromanticism is a spectrum, and it looks different depending on each person. But if some of these do resonate with you, it may be worth looking into. And if there's any that I left out, let me know in the comments, and I'll respond to as many as I can. With that said, let's get into it. First up, you might actually find yourself avoiding romantic relationships altogether. Maybe you've had relationships in the past or opportunities to date, but something just didn't feel right. Instead, you'd rather keep your connections platonic, and you feel more comfortable that way. That's totally valid and could be a sign that you're aromantic. I know for me, it never felt quite right. I always just felt like I was going through these motions, but I never felt what the movies and books always said I should. But then I just figured maybe it's all just fiction anyway, you know? Like, it's a literary device of sorts. But then I found out that a lot of people have those feelings and those behaviors, and that those are real for people. That completely changed how I viewed myself and my relationships. If you are aromantic, you might prioritize friendships over dating. You might spend a lot more time and energy on building strong friendships, and you feel completely fulfilled by those people and connections. For you, the idea of dating might just seem unnecessary when you've already got such great and meaningful relationships in your life. For me, there's nothing like a close friendship. That person who knows you inside and out. What's great about a friendship for me is that there's a lot less expectation. Be there when they need you, listen when they're talking, share interests, but the unspoken expectations of a romantic relationship aren't there. Those pressures aren't there. That's big for me. This brings us to our next sign, turning down romantic offers. If someone expresses romantic interest in you, you might find yourself gently declining or even feeling a need to distance yourself, even if you enjoy their company in other ways. It's not that you don't care about them, you just don't feel that romantic connection. You may even think of it as having better things to do than engaging in a relationship with someone. By that, I mean more meaningful and fulfilling adventures. For one thing, if it is somebody that I already have a relationship with that's not romantic, I don't want to ruin that. And if it's somebody that I don't know very well, I have no interest in that either. I stopped dating about 3 years ago, and my life has been happier for the things I can do now and the adventures that I'm going on. Just yesterday, I got to meet Tamara Morrison, the actor who plays Boba Fett. I'd rather spend my time creating memories that matter to me than to sit across a table from somebody I barely know playing 20 questions. Especially when I already know that I won't feel anything romantically for them anyway. I want to live my life my way. It's that simple for me. Another sign is treating romantic gestures as platonic. You might interpret or react to what others see as romantic cues as just friendly or casual behavior. This can sometimes lead to confusion if someone else is seeing things differently, but for you it just feels natural. I know if something isn't direct for me, I usually do default to thinking that it's just a friendly gesture. I don't necessarily think in terms of they're doing this because they want a romantic moment with me. I think of it as they're a nice person and they did something nice for me. How kind of them. That's just how I am. That's how my brain works. If you're aromantic, you might still show affection, like hugs or spending quality time with someone, but without any romantic implications involved. You're comfortable expressing love and care in ways that are meaningful to you, just not in a romantic context. Just a few ways that I show affection to my friends are, of course, hugs, if we're talking physical ways, but also I'm not afraid to tell my friends that I love them and that I'm happy that they're in my life. I send them memes that I know will make them laugh or ask them about things I know mean a lot to them, even if those things don't do the same for me. Because I know that getting to talk about it makes them happy. Little things like that can go a long way. Now, this one's interesting. You might feel disinterested in flirting. That said, it's also possible that you still enjoy flirting just for fun. But it's more about the playful interaction than actually wanting something romantic to come out of it. The idea of taking it further might not appeal to you at all. Personally, I enjoy flirting, though typically it's with my close friends. So if I do flirt with someone I don't know, it's not to set something up between us. And it's also not about physical attributes. It's usually about something we share an interest in. Maybe she's wearing a t-shirt of a band I love, so I might compliment her shirt. But I also don't make it about physical stuff. Just friendly, uplifting conversation. And you know what? They won't be a romantic partner for me, but I might have just found a new friend. You might also misinterpret romantic signals. Maybe someone is dropping hints or trying to flirt with you, and you genuinely don't pick up on it. Or you see it as just being friendly. This can happen a lot if romance isn't really on your radar. I'm pretty bad at picking these things up myself, and I do think a fair amount of that also stems from my depression and thinking that someone wouldn't be interested in me. But even when I was in relationships, I don't always pick up on some of those moments. I was usually pretty good at picking up on the hold my hand moments and the kiss me moments, but some things I'd miss completely. I wouldn't always pick up on when something was expected of me to know, like that I need to go with her to this event or call her every day. Sometimes that mentality actually feels a bit toxic to me, and I wouldn't have those expectations on someone else, especially without asking them first and explaining that it's important to me. I wouldn't expect them to just know it. Others might see you as hard to get or mysterious because you don't respond or initiate romantic interactions in the expected way. To them, it might seem like you're playing hard to get, when in reality, romance just isn't something you're interested in. They might even get a little more aggressive about it. But if they do, remember that you've done nothing wrong. That's their problem to sort out, not yours. Just be yourself and do what you're comfortable doing. One last sign to consider is having difficulty differentiating between romantic and platonic attraction. Sometimes you might think you're falling for a friend because of how strong your feelings are for them. I know it's happened to me. But here's the thing. It's important to ask yourself what you truly want with that person. Do you actually want to date them, to kiss them, have a romantic relationship with them, maybe even marry them one day? If you can't see a future where those things happen with that person, it's likely that what you're feeling is platonic or maybe even queer platonic. Queer platonic attraction is a form of strong platonic connection where the person feels like a life partner to you, but without the needs of romantic or sexual elements. It's all about understanding what kind of relationship you genuinely want with that person. If you're happy and fulfilled by their presence in a non-romantic way, that's perfectly okay and could be a sign that your feelings are more platonic or queer platonic than romantic. So there you have it. 9 signs and behaviors that may indicate that you're aromantic. Remember, everyone's experience is unique, and it's okay if you don't resonate with all these signs. If some of these signs do ring true for you, it could be worth exploring your feelings further. The most important thing is to embrace who you are and however that looks for you. Did I leave anything out? What helped you figure it out? If you're still on that journey, what are you still wondering? Let me know in the comments and I'll respond to as many as I can. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more Aro and Ace content. Thanks for being here, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.